Chapter 461 SS level spiritual cave is discovered, dead. This monster killed so many people and destroyed so many buildings. It couldn't be killed by missiles. It just died like this. Who said that the strength of the SSS level evolvers in the United States is not weaker than that of Grandmaster Shao? If Grandmaster Shao had been invited earlier, perhaps there would not be so many losses. Seeing the black flame demon lion fall to the ground and die through the live broadcast, countless people were shocked. This black flame demon lion had already shown extremely powerful strength before, but facing Xiao Fan, it fell to the ground and died in less than 10 seconds. This contrast is really too strong. Many people in the United States broke their defense directly, and many people who licked the United States also broke their defense directly. Hiss, Xiao Fan's strength is really terrible. The American evolvers who were watching nearby were extremely horrified. They were nearby and originally thought of picking up the bargain. Maybe Xiao Fan and the black flame demon lion would both be injured and they would clean up the mess. Now they only have fear in their hearts. If they are discovered by Xiao Fan, will Xiao Fan kill them? If Xiao Fan takes action, they may die. He easily resisted the attack of the black flame demon lion, showing a strong defense, and killed the black flame demon lion with one blow, showing a strong attack power. He deliberately showed his strength to others to shock the world. Joseph frowned at the American Evolver Alliance. We already have an SSS level evolver, but I didn't expect that there is such a big gap between us and Xiao Fan. He has reached the Martial King level. A top professor next to Joseph said. Professor Milo and his team went to the other world, and the research is now in charge of this professor. He is also very strong in the research of evolutionary fluid. But now he feels powerless. It is very difficult for them to research SSS level evolutionary fluid and increase the success rate of SSS level evolutionary fluid. It is probably difficult to research Martial King level evolutionary fluid. Even if it is researched, the raw materials needed for Martial King level evolutionary fluid must be very precious, and the success rate is likely to be very touching. Professor Curry, many wolves can kill tigers. Don't think about Martial King level evolutionary fluid for now. First reduce the cost of SSS level evolutionary fluid and increase the success rate. Joseph said in a deep voice. Yeah. Professor Curry nodded, and he quickly went back to the laboratory. Xiao Fan's display of such strong strength gave him a great stimulation. On the Australian side, Xiao Fan approached the black flame demon lion. His body seemed very small compared to the huge black flame demon lion, but he just killed the black flame demon lion in one shot. Swish. Xiao Fan took back the flying sword in the black flame demon lion's head. There was no blood on the holy sword's divine light. Collect. Xiao Fan pressed his hand on the black flame demon lion's head, and the huge body of the black flame demon lion disappeared, and the blood on the ground disappeared completely. These things can be handed over to the country. The body of the king of martial arts monster still has blood, which is of great research value. Teleport. After collecting the monster, Xiao Fan teleported back to the hotel. Master Xiao, in the hotel room, the Australian representatives were still there. They looked at Xiao Fan in shock. Xiao Fan was away for less than a minute in total, and they saw Xiao Fan take action through the live broadcast. Xiao Fan, you are not feeling uncomfortable at all. With your strength, you can easily deal with the monster, but you didn't take action last night. You caused us to lose a lot of people and suffer heavy losses. One of the Australian representatives questioned. The black flame demon lion died, and the huge rock weighing on their hearts was gone. This guy felt that he could wield the moral stick against Xiao Fan again. You have a heart disease. You are dying. Xiao Fan looked at the other party and said calmly. You are lying, the other party said harshly. He covered his heart in great pain before he finished speaking. Soon he twitched and fell to the ground, and he stopped breathing in a few seconds. The other representatives of Australia looked at Xiao Fan in fear. Xiao Fan said indifferently, Ladies and gentlemen, if we are enemies, do you think the black flame demon lion is more terrible, or am I more terrible? Master Xiao, we absolutely do not mean to be your enemy. Master Xiao, I testify that he just has a heart disease. The other representatives of Australia hurriedly said. Xiao Fan said coldly, Our China is a country of etiquette. We are reasonable and abide by rules in everything, but it does not mean that I also abide by rules. If you think that the Black Flame Demon Lion is dead, you can do whatever you want. I will destroy all your warships, all submarines, and all fighter planes. I will kill all your top Chable leaders. Several representatives of Australia were terrified. They felt a strong killing intention. If they turned against each other after the matter was resolved, Xiao Fan would most likely make their Australia doomed. Master Xiao. No, King Xiao Wu, we will never be your enemy. That's right, King Xiao Wu, we will definitely not do that. Several Australian representatives quickly expressed their views. Xiao Fan said calmly, you'd better continue to manage public opinion. Also, I don't want serious anti-Chinese and anti-Chinese incidents to occur in Australia. If there are, don't blame me for being rude. By the way, I hope you can do me a favor. One of the Australian representatives hurriedly said, King Xiao Wu, please tell me. Xiao Fan said, some Chinese in your country have rushed to the front line of anti-China. Please deal with them seriously. I hope their lives are as difficult as possible, understand? Several Australian representatives nodded repeatedly. King Xiao Wu, no problem, this is just a small matter. King Xiao Wu, we will definitely report it and deal with it seriously. Xiao Fan asked, that SS-level spirit cave, you should have discovered it, right? One of the Australian representatives had a relatively high status and knew the situation in this regard. After a slight hesitation, he nodded. King Xiao Wu, we did find it. Xiao Fan said, how do you plan to deal with that SS-level spirit cave? King Xiao Wu, we should destroy it. The Australian representative replied. Xiao Fan raised his eyebrows and said, destroy. An SS-level spirit cave may be very useful. Are you willing to destroy it? Do the Americans allow you to destroy it? The Australian representative smiled bitterly and said, the SS-level monster is too scary. 2 of them appeared in such a short time. What should we do if they appear again in the future? The Americans may not be very happy at first, but since you have shown your strong strength, they are likely to agree to our plan. The SS-level spirit cave is in a remote and desolate place, so Australia is not worried about affecting people. Xiao Fan said, the consequences of destroying an SS-level spirit cave are unpredictable. You need to inform the world before destroying it so that the world can be prepared to deal with it. You can't destroy that SS-level spirit cave immediately. The Australian representative said, don't worry, King Xiao Wu. This matter will definitely have the greatest impact on our Australia. We also need time to prepare. King Xiao Wu, you don't object to us destroying the spirit cave, right? Xiao Fan said in a calm voice, whether to destroy the spirit cave is your own business. You will bear the consequences of your decision. I only have one request, notify the world at least 1 week in advance to prepare. Midline Horizontal Ellipsis Chapter 462, transmitting the second batch of warships for Xiao Fan, it is a mixed blessing whether to destroy the SS-level spirit cave or not. According to the experience of the A-level spirit cave at Base 13, if an SS-level spirit cave is destroyed, about half of the spirit caves will be strengthened and half will be weakened. China now has 2 S-level spirit caves, and it is likely that one will become stronger and the other will become weaker. If this is the case, it is acceptable. If 2 Martial King-level monsters appear in Australia in a short period of time, what will happen if he stops them forcefully and many people die in Australia? Xiao Fan is too lazy to get involved in such cause and effect. He is now a cultivator, and he has to consider things like inner demons and cause and effect, as well as the power of public opinion. Moreover, if the SS-level spirit cave is kept, he can't stay here all the time, and the United States may get greater benefits. King Wu Xiao, we will definitely inform the world in advance. If it causes a huge global impact, we will also be in trouble. The representative headed by Australia said. Xiao Fan said calmly, where is the spirit cave? I'll go take a look. If there are any monsters there, I'll help you solve them. King Xiao Wu, we need to ask for instructions on this. But it shouldn't be a problem. Soon, the representatives of the Australian country asked their superiors for instructions, and of course the superiors agreed. They knew that even if they objected, it would be useless. 3 hours later, Xiao Fan took a helicopter to the location of the spirit cave. The surrounding area of 200 to 300 kilometers was extremely desolate. It is indeed an SS-level spirit cave. Xiao Fan thought to himself. The Spirit Cave in Leishan County was very close to the SS level, but there was a clear gap between the Spirit Cave in Leishan County and this Spirit Cave. 2 black flame demon lions appeared in succession. This Spirit Cave should lead to the territory of the black flame demon lion, and it must not be in the Shenlong Empire. Xiao Fan thought to himself. The black flame demon lion lives in the hot wasteland, which does not match the environment of the Shenlong Empire. There are not many black flame demon lions in the Shenlong Empire. There are a small number of pet-type black flame demon lions. For powerful strong men, it is not a big problem to keep a few black flame demon lions in captivity. Before you bomb the Spirit Cave, set up a few more lines of defense within 100 kilometers. Maybe you will bomb more monsters. Xiao Fan said calmly. King Xiao Wu, it shouldn't be. When the United States destroyed the A-level Spirit Cave before, there was no such situation. An evolver from Australia next to Xiao Fan said. He is an SS-level evolver. I just suggest that you are not arbitrarily placing bombs. If you are smart, place more bombs in some areas. Xiao Fan said calmly. He is not kindly reminding Australia, but if many monsters appear in Australia, those monsters may spread and affect the world. King Xiao Wu, we will make more preparations. Xiao Fan left soon. He just came to confirm the location of the Spirit Cave. 3 days passed in a blink of an eye, and Xiao Fan had returned to China. He arrived at the Spirit Cave on the East China Sea. Boss Su Dong, who was guarding here, saluted respectfully. Well done. Wei Fan looked around and smiled. The entire island has expanded a lot, and the runway on the island has reached 1,000 meters long. This distance is enough for most fighter jets to take off and land. The construction of the northwest part of the island is now in full swing. A deep water berth for warships has been built. And the one that has been built is closest to the Spirit Cave. It will take a long time to complete the entire island, but the warships can already come here and can be teleported to the other world here. Boss, the fuel ship from the Middle East arrived yesterday, and those ships are now more than 10 nautical miles away from here. The crews on those ships have been replaced by our people. Su Dong said. Those ships are loaded with diesel, gasoline, etc. If they get close, any accidents may destroy the island. As for destroying the Spirit Cave that is more than 100 meters deep, that is unlikely. Well done. Let those ships get closer. Xiao Fan said calmly. It was only a dozen nautical miles, and those ships were close in less than an hour. During this process, Xiao Fan went to those ships to check. He scanned every place on each ship with his mental power and confirmed that there were no remote-controlled bombs on these ships. The ship was prepared by Prince Colin, and he certainly would not do anything, but on the way here, the United States and others might do something. Ding! Unknowingly, it was 9 o'clock in the evening. General Yang Jinghua called. Xiao Fan, the second batch of 12 warships will soon arrive at your place. Xiao Fan said in surprise, General Yang, isn't it 10 warships? Yang Jinghua's hearty laughter came over. The workers are very enthusiastic, and many of them sacrifice some rest time to work overtime. General Yang, give each worker an extra bonus of 20,000 yuan. Tell me the total amount and I will transfer it to you. By the way, the meat of the black flame demon lion can be eaten. I ate some myself and it tasted good. Research does not require so much. I will send some meat to them as a snack. The meat of the black flame demon lion is very nourishing and good for their cultivation. Xiao Fan said with a smile. Yang Jinghua smiled and said, that's great, I also want to taste the meat of the martial king level monster. Let's have a few drinks then. Okay. Xiao Fan agreed with a smile. It didn't take long for Xiao Fan to see the battleships. The 12 warships were far less powerful than the 0.55 million-ton destroyer, but they had also made great contributions to guarding China's sea borders. The American Evolutionary Alliance. Joseph received news that Chinese warships were approaching the East China Sea Spirit Cave. Alliance leader, 12 Chinese warships are approaching the East China Sea Spirit Cave, and the cargo ship from the Middle East has also arrived. Xiao Fan must teleport the warships. If the new warships are teleported to the other world, the strength of the Dragon Empire will be enhanced. Do we need to do something? A strongman next to Joseph said. Joseph frowned and said, You mean, we let Australia detonate that SS-level spirit cave in advance? Yes. Joseph shook his head. If we detonate that spirit cave, the East China Sea spirit cave in China may be stronger, and we are not ready yet. The United States did not object to Australia's detonation of the spirit cave. Xiao Fan's strength was too strong, and they could not control that spirit cave. Since they could not control it, destroying it was a good choice. Dong dong. Time soon came to late at night. The huge mirror next to Xiao Fan was knocked. It is worth mentioning that Xiao Fan is now in the warehouse built here, and the United States cannot see him take out the mirror through satellite. Grandpa, are you in Beijing? Xiao Fan asked. Xiao Hai nodded. Of course, you said that you would send a warship here this time, so of course Grandpa has to be in the northern frontier spirit cave. Grandpa, we have a little situation here. Xiao Fan told the Australian country about the SS-level spirit cave, and also told the Australian country about its plan to blow up that SS-level spirit cave. Grandpa, do you think that blowing up that SS-level spirit cave will bring very serious consequences to the two worlds? Xiao Fan asked. Xiao Hai said in a deep voice, SS-level spirit caves are very strong, of course there will be a relatively strong impact, and dozens of kilometers in radius may be destroyed. Xiao Fan said in surprise, it seems that there was no such situation last time. Xiao Hai said, the space fluctuations generated by blowing up A-level spirit caves and SS-level spirit caves are different. The human body can withstand small space fluctuations, and other things can also withstand them, but strong space fluctuations are difficult to withstand. Midline Horizontal Ellipsis Chapter 463, Siege of Yakura Castle. My dear grandson, you must not go over to watch the fun. Even if you are quite strong now, if the spatial fluctuations are extremely strong, you will not be able to withstand them, and your body will be torn into pieces. Xiao Hai warned with a serious expression. Xiao Fan hurriedly said, Grandpa, don't worry, I am not that curious. Even if there is no such thing, what if many monsters appear? It's good that you know. Xiao Fan said, Grandpa, I will pass the things to you first. Xiao Fan soon opened the spiritual cave passage on this side. The two smoke trucks also produced a lot of smoke. It is night now, but there are lights on the warships and freighters. Even if they are his own people, he has to cover up what he should cover up. These people will not be teleported to another world. Keep the speed steady and move forward slowly. Xiao Fan's voice rang in the command room of each warship. The helmsman could not see the front, but under Xiao Fan's command, they still controlled the warship to move forward slowly. When approaching the mirror, the warship was pulled by Xiao Hai's power, and soon the first warship disappeared. My dear grandson, teleporting the warship is much easier than before. Xiao Hai said with a smile. It didn't take long for all 12 warships to be teleported over, but unfortunately the freighter that Prince Colin was sending fuel to was too big to be teleported over. Xiao Fan found those shipyards to customize many freighters. They were only 4,000 or 5,000 tons and had slender hulls. Those freighters could be teleported over later. When those freighters are over, the strength of the Shenlong Empire Navy will surge. Xiao Fan got on a freighter. He controlled the big mirror to move forward, and the containers on the freighter quickly disappeared. These containers were full of fuel. The total amount of fuel on all the freighters exceeded 300,000 tons. It is impossible to teleport so much fuel in a place without a spiritual cave, but there is an S-level spiritual cave channel here, so it is not difficult to teleport over. My dear grandson, Australia bombed that SS-level spiritual cave. If the spiritual cave here or the spiritual cave in Leishan County reaches SS level, Yue can come here to improve. The Marshal King level monsters have appeared, and Yue's current strength is still a bit low. Xiao Hai said. Xiao Fan said, Grandpa, can I come here if the spirit cave reaches SS level? Xiao Hai shook his head, you can't teleport here through the mirror. A simple SS level spirit cave should not allow you to teleport here. The spirit cave must be SS level. Xiao Hai can teleport easily, which is inseparable from the blood connection between him and Xiao Fan. Xiao Fan will not have this advantage in the past. Grandpa, if there is an SS level spirit cave, what level can Yue reach in the past? Xiao Fan asked. Xiao Hai thought for a while and said, with an SS level spirit cave, Yue's cultivation level should be able to be teleported to the Grandmaster level. To be safe, she can reach the Grandmaster level. Her cultivation level will exceed yours by then. Xiao Fan nodded. Of course, he would not be jealous of Su Yui's strength. After all, Su Yui was occasionally on top when playing games on the bed. In the other world, Xiao Hai quickly returned to the capital of the gods after receiving the warships sent by Xiao Fan. Immediately seized the time to transform these warships. Xiao Hai said in a deep voice. The 13 first-class warships that the Vulture Empire had loaned to the Blood Cherry Empire had already arrived. The speed of these warships would not be any worse than their new warships. In this way, it would be difficult for them to use their speed advantage to target the warships of the Blood Cherry Empire. The Blood Cherry Empire was now ready to make a move. The reason why the Blood Cherry Empire had not taken any action was mainly because they were afraid of the Shura-Core soldiers in Yakupa City, who could threaten his Blood Cherry City at any time. Moreover, if their fleet went to the coast of the Dragon Empire to cause trouble, the Shura-Core soldiers in Yakupa City would probably start a massacre in Yakupa City. Yes, Your Majesty. Many people in the shipyard said at the same time. They are all powerful formation masters, and there are several martial emperor-level masters among them. Xiao Hai left. With the 12 warships sent by Xiao Fan, he felt much more relaxed. After a while, the Shenlong Empire will have 22 new warships. There are also 4 submarines. In a head-on confrontation, the strength of the Shenlong Empire is still not comparable to the hundreds of warships of the Blood Cherry Empire, but they don't need to confront each other head-on. As long as they have an advantage in quantity compared to the first-class warships of the Blood Cherry Empire, the Blood Cherry Empire will not dare to act rashly. Blood Cherry Empire, Hengpu City. Li Anrong stood on the top of the city. There are now more than 100,000 enemy troops around Hengpu City. They are stationed 10 miles away, and the range of Hengpu City suppression power is only 8 or 9 miles. General, the Blood Cherry Empire seems to have plans to attack the city. They may have a small number of bombs that can blow up the city gates or walls. Someone next to Li Anrong said. Yeah. Li Anrong nodded slightly. They occupied Yakupa City, which was a thorn in the eye and flesh of the Blood Sakura Empire. If they were not dealt with, Emperor Yakiwu would not be able to sleep or eat. Now the Blood Sakura Empire urgently transferred 100,000 people here. If they said they had no plan to attack the city, Li Anrong and his men would not believe it. If they were just on guard, they would not need so many 100,000 people. The Blood Sakura Empire now had to deal with the rebellion of Prince Tokugawa. In this case, the transfer of 100,000 people would have a significant impact on them. Pay close attention to the enemy's movements. Gradually, it was dark, and Li Anrong left the tower. Outside the city, people from the Blood Sakura Empire were quietly approaching. They were only 4 or 5 miles away from the city wall. The soldiers of the Shura Corps controlled drones for patrol, but the area outside the city was large, and it was difficult to find a small number of Blood Sakura Empire soldiers approaching. Aim. Fire. The sound of the mortar rang out. 3 shells quickly fell on the tower of Yakupa City. Boom. 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 One of the 3 shells hit. One of the other 2 was a little far away, and the other was a little closer. There were not many soldiers of the Shura Corps on the tower. The explosion did not kill any of them, but a large number of them were awakened. Retreat. A dozen soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire quickly evacuated. General. Li Anrong quickly reached the tower. Are there any casualties? Li Anrong said in a deep voice. General, no one died, but one person was slightly injured. The enemy's main force did not react, and this seems to be just a tactic to tire the enemy out. A general in front of Li Anrong reported. Li Anrong frowned secretly. If the Blood Cherry Empire continues to harass in this way, their people will not be able to rest well, and their combat effectiveness will inevitably be affected. Another general said, General, I think it's not just a tactic to tire the enemy out, they should also have the idea of destroying our city wall. Li Anrong stared outside. After a long while, he said, Your ideas are all possible, but the biggest possibility is that they should provoke our anger. They may want to provoke us to fight outside the city. Issue the whole army, no one is allowed to attack outside the city without permission. The enemy must have the idea of attacking the city, but if they can lure us out of the city to attack, it will be much easier for them to target us. Li Anrong was not sure about going out of the city to fight. The Blood Cherry Empire had 100,000 people in the open, and there might be more in secret. If they were to defend the city, let alone 100,000 people, even if the Blood Cherry Empire sent 200,000 people, Li Anrong was absolutely sure that they could hold it. Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 464, the effect of flamethrower. 3 days passed in a flash, and Li Anrong and his men were constantly harassed and attacked. They even lost several people. But under Li Anrong's strict order, the 20,000 Shura Corps soldiers in Hingpu City did not leave the city, and they defended Hingpu City. General, our artillery shells have been consumed by 70%. After 3 days, the soldiers of the Shura Corps should be exhausted. A general of the Blood Sakura Empire said. It seems that it is impossible to motivate the soldiers of the Shura Corps. We have 100,000 soldiers in public and 50,000 in secret. The people in the city are our people. I don't believe that we can't take Hingpu City. A general of the Blood Sakura Empire, MokbhaiMJ, said in a deep voice. The Black Tiger Empire was defeated by the Dragon Empire, and the Tianlua Kingdom also failed. The Shura Corps of the Dragon Empire showed its strong strength. But the Blood Sakura Empire has always been arrogant. From soldiers to generals to emperors, they all have strong confidence or ambitions, and they do not think they are weaker than the soldiers of the Dragon Empire. When they invaded the Dragon Empire before, a soldier of the Blood Sakura Empire could often kill several soldiers of the Dragon Empire. Now they have 150,000 people. If necessary, they will have support, and Yakura City is still their city. General, there should be strong winds and rainstorms tonight. The drones of the Dragon Empire cannot fly far, and their vision will be greatly affected. Someone next to Mutono said. Well. Mutono narrowed his eyes. Let the people of the Dragon Empire know how powerful our warriors of the Blood Sakura Empire are tonight. If we win this battle, we can get a lot of armor with strong defense, and we can also get many weapons of various kinds from other worlds. Mutono's blood began to boil. As long as they fight beautifully in this battle, their strength will increase greatly. At that time, it is entirely possible to suppress Prince Tokugawa and force him to make peace. At that time, with the support of the Vulture Empire, it is not impossible to counterattack the Dragon Empire and cede a large area of territory to the Dragon Empire. Gradually, time came to night, and the strong winds and rainstorms really came. General, if the Blood Sakura Empire wants to attack, tonight will be a good time. A general next to Li Anrong in Yakura City said. Well. Li Anrong nodded slightly. In such weather, even if they turn on the searchlights, the effect will not be very obvious. If they can't see the enemy, they can't fire their shells blindly. Boom, boom, boom. It was late at night, and suddenly the sound of war drums rang out. Kill. 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 In the east, south, west and north of Hingpu City, 100,000 soldiers of the Blood Sakura Empire dispersed and rushed to Hingpu City not far away. The soldiers closest to Hingpu City were only a few hundred meters away at this time. Boom. Boom. There were many mines buried secretly underground around Hingpu City. The soldiers of the Blood Sakura Empire rushed over and the mines were constantly detonated. Many people were blown to pieces. But the soldiers of the Blood Sakura Empire were crazy. They continued to move forward despite the bombing of mines. Bang, bang, bang. In Hingpu City, hundreds of mortars opened fire quickly, and shells whizzed outside the city, taking the lives of many soldiers of the Blood Sakura Empire. Generally, the effect is not very good. On the tower, a general beside Li Anrong approached quickly. The mines and mortars still killed many people from the Blood Sakura Empire, but they were very scattered, which greatly reduced the effect of mines and mortars. It's okay. Let the soldiers shoot the enemy with bows and arrows. Li Anrong said calmly. The people of the Blood Cherry Empire are not gathered together now. There are only so many people rushing to the front, and bows and arrows have a very good effect. Every one of the 20,000 people in the Shura Legion is equipped with a bow and arrow. Swish. 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 Many sharp arrows were shot out, and many people in the Blood Cherry Empire were killed and wounded. But this situation made the generals of the Blood Cherry Empire happy. It seems that the people of the Dragon Empire also know that mortars and other weapons are not so useful. Beat the drums, everyone, go all out to charge into Hengpu City. Mutoya laughed loudly. Boom, boom, boom. The rapid sound of war drums rang out, and more than 90,000 people in the Blood Cherry Empire roared wildly. They rushed forward as if they had taken stimulants. The mortar attack from the Blood Cherry Empire in front had created some gaps on the city wall, and their focus now was to attack these places. Order, use the flamethrowers, Li Anrong said with a cold light in his eyes. Xiaofan secretly sent 3,000 flamethrowers, of which 2,000 were brought here by them, and some soldiers had already learned how to use them. Yes, General. The guards around Li Anrong said excitedly. He knew how terrible the flamethrowers were. That thing was very good at dealing with such a gathering of enemies, and the heavy rain had little effect on them. The flamethrowers sprayed oil, and it would still burn if it touched the body in rainy days. Moreover, the oil flowed everywhere with the rain, and people nearby might suffer. You scumbags of the Blood Cherry Empire, I'll give you something good to eat. We are guarding the city with the Shura Corps, but you still want to attack Hengpu City by force. You are rebelling. Some strange-looking soldiers of the Shura Corps appeared on the city wall. Outside the city were a large number of soldiers from the Blood Cherry Empire. Fire! With angry roars, several fire dragons emerged from a gap in the city wall, and the fire dragons quickly pounced on many soldiers from the Blood Cherry Empire. Ah! Help! Help! Screams and wails sounded immediately. The oil was stained on their clothes, and they turned into firemen in the blink of an eye. In other places on the city wall, many other soldiers of the Dragon Empire also used flamethrowers, which were very good for dealing with enemies under the city. Unscrew the bottle cap and throw the oil bottle out. A general of the Dragon Empire shouted. Many mineral water bottles were moved to the city wall. They were not filled with water but gasoline, which could be used with flamethrowers. A large number of oil bottles were thrown out, and the gasoline that flowed out was quickly ignited. The heavy rain caused the gasoline on the ground to flow everywhere outside the city. Many soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire showed despair in their eyes. They were surrounded by flames. Puff! Puff! The dazzling flames made the soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire very clear, and the sharp arrows shot from the city walls quickly took their lives. Damn it, damn it! Mutoi's eyes were bloodshot. Under the attack of flamethrowers, gasoline, and bows and arrows, their soldiers died much faster than before. General, I'm afraid it will be difficult to succeed in this situation. Someone next to Mutoi said in a bitter voice. No, keep attacking. We paid a heavy price to get close. If we attack again in the future, we will have to pay the same price, and we will also be attacked when we retreat. Mutoi said sternly. Yes. The soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire continued to attack frantically. After they lost a lot of lives, the flamethrower stopped. The fuel in the flamethrower was relatively limited. Warriors of the Blood Cherry Empire, victory belongs to us. As long as we win, we will have huge benefits. In the future, we can occupy the Dragon Empire, rob their wealth, and possess their women. A general of the Blood Cherry Empire shouted. Kill. The 50,000 people hidden in the dark of the Blood Cherry Empire also rushed over, which gave confidence to the 40,000 to 50,000 soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire who were charging in the front. They originally had 100,000, but now more than half of them have been lost. Finally they are here. Start all the generators and let them taste the electric shock. Li Anrong smiled. There are many wires buried underground around Hengpu City. The high-power generators in the city can provide electricity, which should be effective in rainstorms. Li Anrong and his men have been here for quite a few days, and they are not idle. Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 465 tanks attack, heavy trucks attack. G. Kill. The 50,000 soldiers behind the Blood Sakura Empire had 10,000 cavalrymen. The horses galloped, and they rushed towards Hengpu City with great momentum. Suddenly, many people in front of them shook violently, and the horses they rode were also paralyzed and fell to the ground. Many horses behind them hit them hard. At night, coupled with the strong wind and rain, those who were farther away could not see at all, and those who were closer saw it but had no time to stop. These horses and soldiers who hit them were also electrocuted immediately. In Hengpu City, a large number of high-power generators continued to output strong currents. These generators were marine generators. The power of each generator exceeded 200 kilowatts, and the voltage they output was 380 V, which had a great effect on electrocuting people. In such a rainy day, their killing range was much larger. Stop quickly. There is a problem ahead. Some soldiers of the Blood Sakura Empire shouted. The madly advancing cavalry finally stopped gradually, but before them, 4,000 or 5,000 cavalrymen had already fallen. They continued to be electrocuted, and many had died. Help, save me. Some soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire were still alive, and they kept calling for help. Get off your horse and save people. A general of the Blood Cherry Empire shouted. They didn't know what was going on, but their comrades were right in front of them, and many of them couldn't help but get off their horses and save people. Stop the electric shock. Li Anrong ordered. All the switches were quickly pulled down. Some of the Blood Cherry Empire soldiers who came forward to save people soon found that nothing was wrong. Hurry up and save people. Quick, quick. After finding that it was okay not to go forward on horseback, many other soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire followed suit and quickly went forward to save people. They were not far from Hengpu City, and the storm was a little smaller. Li Anrong could barely see them with the searchlight. Turn on the switch. Li Anrong ordered, and the switch was immediately turned on again, and a large number of Blood Cherry Empire soldiers who came forward to save people were also hit. In a short period of time, more than half of the tens of thousands of Blood Cherry Empire cavalry were lost, which greatly reduced their momentum in attacking the city. Boom. Boom. Swish. Swish. The mortars were still bombarding, and the sharp arrows on the city walls were constantly shooting out. The number of deaths of the soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire was increasing. General, we can't continue. In this situation, the possibility of our success in attacking the city is infinitely close to zero. General, several people around Mutoi persuaded. The 100,000 people in front of them had been nearly half lost, and the 50,000 people and 10,000 cavalrymen who came from behind had also lost more than half. Such tragic casualties have caused their momentum to plummet. Without momentum, they still attacked the city, facing the elite of the Shura Legion, and their chances of success were slim. Sound the horn to withdraw the troops. Mutoi clenched his fists. He was very unwilling, but no matter how unwilling he was, he could only withdraw his troops at this moment. He also knew that the success rate of continuing was too low. Ding ding ding. The Blood Cherry Empire quickly sounded the horn to withdraw the troops. It turned out that many soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire had retreated in their hearts. Hearing this sound, they fled quickly like a tide. Tanks attack. Heavy truck convoy attack. Li Anrong ordered. Many soldiers of the Dragon Empire quickly boarded tanks and modified military heavy trucks. The carriages and cabs of those military heavy trucks were reinforced, and the carriages used 5mm thick steel plates, which could easily resist bows and arrows. There were also many observation holes and shooting holes in the carriages. These shooting holes were certainly not prepared for firearms. Archers staying in the carriages could easily shoot arrows outside, and it was difficult to shoot the archers inside from the outside. Boom. 200 tanks and 300 or 400 heavy trucks rushed out from the two city gates, and the ground around Hengpu City was flat in many places. Run, run. Damn it, let's fight them. Seeing the tanks and heavy trucks rushing over, some soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire fled desperately, while others approached fiercely to attack. However, in the area of suppressed strength, even if they are strong warriors of the King of Martial Arts and the Emperor of Martial Arts, they can only be ruthlessly crushed. Tanks weighing dozens of tons charge, even if they don't fire shells, they are very scary. Puff. Puff. Some people know that tanks are scary, they approach the heavy trucks, but many of them are shot by archers before they get close. Some are lucky enough not to be shot, but as soon as they get close, they are killed by the blades on both sides of the heavy trucks. There are several blades more than 1 meter long on both sides of each heavy truck, which can be folded and put away at ordinary times. All the blades are painted black, and it is difficult to see these blades clearly in the dark. The heavy trucks move forward quickly, and they cut people like cutting vegetables. Run, run. Don't get close to those tanks and trucks. The soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire cried for their parents. They ran for their lives, but how could their speed be as fast as tanks and heavy trucks? Many soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire were still caught up and died. Retreat, retreat quickly. The remaining cavalry of the Blood Sakura Empire originally wanted to take away many war horses, but now they can only flee quickly in this situation. An hour later, the remnants of the Blood Sakura Empire finally fled 8 or 9 miles away. They escaped the pursuit and the bombardment of mortars. Count the losses, Mutoi said with a gloomy face. There were many corpses left on the road during the escape. Mutoi knew that the losses would be huge even if he thought with his toes. Yes, General. The Blood Sakura Empire immediately counted the losses. Half an hour later, they finally counted them. General. The situation is very bad. One of Mutoi's generals trembled. Speak. General, we have lost more than 90,000 people in total, including about 7,000 cavalry, and more than 7,000 war horses. Mutoi felt his head buzzing. How long have they been attacking the city? Most of the 150,000 people died, and 7,000 elite cavalry were also lost. Mutoi felt that his head might be in danger. Emperor Yakiwu would probably be furious if he knew the situation here. Outside Hingpu City, the people of the Dragon Empire were cleaning up the battlefield. They got more than 3,000 war horses, and the owners of these war horses were dead. Many of them were electrocuted. Some were caught up by heavy trucks, and the original owners of the war horses were shot. Finally, we have more than 3,000 war horses. We can form a cavalry. Li Anrong smiled when he got the news. The Shura Legion soldiers with war horses can fully exert their combat effectiveness. They formed a heavy armored cavalry of more than 3,000 people, and they were not afraid even when facing 20,000 soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire. General, our casualties have been counted. Someone came to Li Anrong and said. The smile on Li Anrong's face disappeared. He said in a deep voice, how many casualties did we have? General, we died 115 people and more than 400 people were injured. The more than 100 people who died were basically shot by the archers of the Blood Cherry Empire. Even if they were wearing heavy armor, their eyes could not be protected. There are some archers among the soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire. In addition, some strong men in the Blood Sakura Empire were suppressed, but they were still stronger than ordinary soldiers. They could pull heavy bows. It was entirely possible for heavy bows to shoot through armor. But even if there were such people, they could not kill many people. Once they were discovered, they would soon be attacked by concentrated fire. Collect the bodies of the soldiers. We will take them home when the time comes. Li Anrong said in a deep voice. Midline Horizontal Ellipsis Chapter 466, The Impact of Bombing SS-Level Spiritual Caves. Gradually, the day dawned, and the enemy's bodies were everywhere outside Hingpu City. Many bodies were burnt and blown to pieces. After a few hours, the people of the Shura Corps had an approximate number of enemy deaths. General, the number of deaths in the Blood Cherry Empire should be around 90,000. Someone in front of Li Anrong reported happily. The enemy died 90,000 people, and they only died more than 100 people. This casualty ratio would make the people of the Blood Cherry Empire despair. Calm down. When we targeted the Black Tiger Empire and the Tianlua Empire before, wasn't the casualty ratio also very low? Besides, we are the one defending the city. Li Anrong said in a deep voice. General, the enemy didn't know enough about our cluster bombs before, but now they know a lot about them. Li Anrong nodded. This general knows, the soldiers should be praised, but as generals, don't be complacent. Behind every comrade, there are people who are looking forward to their return home. The general in front of Li Anrong bowed and saluted. General, I have learned your lesson. General, what should we do with the bodies outside the city? Li Anrong said in a calm voice, wait until our people finishing off the enemy, collecting property, etc., and notify the Blood Cherry Empire to take the bodies away. Tell them that they are allowed to send 3,000 people to take away the bodies. As long as they don't mess around, we won't attack them during this process. With so many bodies outside the city, it is easy for plague to occur over time. The plague will have an impact on Li Anrong and his men, and the impact on the Blood Cherry Empire will be even greater. Besides, the dead are their people. If Li Anrong and his men allow it, the Blood Cherry Empire will definitely clear the bodies away. Ugh, ugh. Too miserable, the Shura Legion is too cruel. After a few more hours, the people of the Blood Cherry Empire began to clean up the bodies. Seeing the miserable state of those bodies, many of them turned pale. Some of them just vomited it out. Many of them originally advocated war, hoping to plunder more land and more wealth through war. They didn't know the cruelty of war. Now they know. They also clearly know the horror of the Shura Corps. Did we die so many people? How many casualties did we suffer last night? Time passed, and the carriages pulled carts of corpses away. Many people in the Blood Cherry Empire saw the corpses being taken away. They were all stunned. They knew that the casualties last night must be large, but they didn't expect it to be so large. Cars carrying corpses came out continuously. Earth, Australia. Many people are in the Spirit Cave, and a large amount of explosives have been transported here. Countries around the world are ready. If Australia bombs the Spirit Cave, the rest of the Spirit Caves may become weaker or stronger, and many monsters may appear around the world. Start. The Australian Commander-in-Chief ordered through the satellite phone. Buzz. Soon the Spirit Cave channel here opened, and a space channel with a diameter of 3 or 4 meters appeared. This space channel is much larger than the S-Level 1. Hurry up, hurry up. A military leader from Australia said in a deep voice. The Spirit Cave passage is open. If there are monsters nearby, they may come here soon. How can they resist them then? Several tons of explosives were quickly pushed into the Spirit Cave passage. These explosives are all made of Cl-20 high explosives. Australia cannot produce such explosives, so they bought them from the United States. 10, 9, 8, someone counted silently in his heart. Soon he counted down to 0. Boom. Inside the Spirit Cave passage, several tons of Cl-20 explosives exploded, and the violent force caused the collapse of this SS-level space passage. Roar. A desperate roar came from inside the Spirit Cave passage. There was indeed a black flame demon lion in the Spirit Cave passage. It was coming over at this moment, but the violent space force quickly tore it apart. In a short time, the terrifying space force was transmitted to the outside world. The Faraday cage and other things around the Spirit Cave passage were broken at the first time, and they were swallowed by the chaotic void in the blink of an eye. Run, run. Get out of here. Many people in the Spirit Cave screamed in horror. They tried their best to escape. But the speed of space shattering was too fast. In just a few seconds, the space within a kilometer was shattered. Everything in this range disappeared. People, vehicles, helicopters, including soil within a kilometer, everything turned into fragments and disappeared. But it hasn't stopped yet. The space fragmentation is still expanding. At the same time, the strong space fluctuations in the chaotic void swept the world, and all the spiritual cave channels in the world were soon affected. Xiaofan is in Leishan County at this time. Fuck. Xiaofan's face changed. He felt that the spiritual energy here was rapidly decreasing. In a short time, the spiritual energy dropped to only B level. His spiritual cave is an S-level spiritual cave. If it drops to B level, it will basically be useless. He doesn't think much of B-level spiritual caves now. The space fluctuations did not end at this time. Xiaofan felt that the spiritual energy increased rapidly again. In a short time, the spiritual energy emitted by his spiritual cave reached S level again. And it is still rising. SS level. Xiaofan showed surprise in his eyes. He could clearly feel that the spiritual cave had reached SS level, and the spiritual energy emitted by this spiritual cave was twice as strong as before. The space fluctuations are small, and it shouldn't fall again. Xiaofan let out a long breath. The ups and downs made his heart beat fast. The spirit cave in Leishan County has reached the SS level. Even if the spirit cave in the East China Sea is lower, Xiaofan can barely accept it. Wife, what's the situation in Australia? Xiaofan asked outside the master bedroom. Su Yewei shook her head. The communication is cut off and I don't know for the time being. Australia has an unmanned reconnaissance aircraft over there. Husband, please wait a moment. 5 minutes later, Su Yewei's computer showed a picture. Xiaofan took a breath of cold air when he saw the video. It turned out that there was nothing within 10 kilometers around the place where the spirit cave was located. A big pit appeared on the ground. The impact range is not just that large. The area within dozens of kilometers is in a mess. All the trees and vehicles within this area are useless, and some tanks are twisted and deformed. The Australian military has deployed a lot of people and arranged a lot of tanks, rockets, helicopters, etc. within dozens of kilometers around the spirit cave. Now more than 90% of them are probably useless. Most of the people died. The impact of bombing an SS-level spirit cave is much greater than bombing an A-level spirit cave. Ding! Xiaofan's cell phone rang. It was Su Dong calling. Su Dong, what's the situation over there now? Xiaofan asked hurriedly. He was a little nervous. If the East Sea Spirit Cave fell, he would have to work hard to find other spirit caves to teleport. Although Leishan County has reached SS level, warships, cargo ships, etc. cannot be teleported through the spirit caves in Leishan County. He is still far from being able to receive more than 2,000 tons of warships in the dimensional bag. The current limit is only 400 to 500 tons. It is easy to receive tanks of dozens of tons and transport planes of dozens or hundreds of tons. To receive such warships, he must have the strength of the martial emperor. Su Dong said, "Boss, the East Sea Spirit Cave has weakened a little, but the level should still be S level and has not fallen." Xiaofan breathed a sigh of relief. Leishan County has been upgraded to SS level, and the East Sea Spirit Cave has stabilized at S level. He is a sure winner in Australia's explosion of the Spirit Cave this time. For the entire China, these two Spirit Caves have stabilized, and even if the rest of the Spirit Caves all fall, it is still a profit overall. "Husband, something is wrong," Su Yue said suddenly. Xiaofan hung up the phone and looked at Su Yue. "Honey, a bloodthirsty demon wolf appeared in Europe. It is more than 10 meters long. It must have SS-level cultivation," Su Yue said. She quickly called up the relevant video. Xiaofan's face changed slightly when he saw the bloodthirsty demon wolf in the video. He initially judged that this bloodthirsty demon wolf was 11 or 12 meters long. This is much larger than the second black flame demon lion. The size of the bloodthirsty demon wolf of the same level is smaller than the black flame demon lion. Even if the bloodthirsty demon wolf of 11 or 12 meters is not as perfect as the martial king, it must be at the peak of the martial king. Xiaofan can't beat a bloodthirsty demon wolf of this level now. "Where is this?" Xiaofan asked. The scene in the video is obviously not Maki Island. Su Yue said, "Han's Empire." "That's good." Xiaofan smiled lightly. The Han's Empire has been a little arrogant recently. Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 467. The terrifying bloodthirsty demonic wolf. Time passed by minute, and Su Yue collected information from all over the world. Powerful monsters were found in more than a dozen places around the world, but only the one in Europe reached the level of Wuwang. There may be some in the ocean, but no one knows. The situation in China is not bad. China has two powerful spirit caves. The one in Leishan County has reached SS level, but there are no powerful monsters near the corresponding spirit cave in the other world. The corresponding spirit cave in the other world, the Shenlong Empire, is guarded by a strongman at the level of Wu Emperor, and the powerful monsters nearby have long been driven away. Ding! Jiang Wanchen called. "Xiaofan, how are the two S-level spirit caves you control?" "There is a high possibility that there is an SS-level spirit cave in Europe." When the call was connected, Jiang Wanchen's somewhat anxious voice came over. Xiaofan chuckled and said, "Director Jiang, the spirit cave in Leishan County has reached SS level, and the East China Sea Spirit Cave is still stable at S level." "Huh." Jiang Wanchen breathed a sigh of relief. In this case, China also has an SS-level spirit cave, which is not bad. "Director Jiang, is the situation in China okay?" Jiang Wanchen said with a smile, "The current situation is okay. Fortunately, you have dispersed the Black King and others near the spirit caves. The levels of the other spirit caves in China are not very high, and the monsters that appear are not strong. With the strength of the Black King and others, they can completely deal with it. Director Jiang, do you want to become stronger?" Xiaofan chuckled. On the other end of the phone, Jiang Wanchen's breathing became much more rapid. Xiao Fan, what do you mean? Jiang Wanchen's eyes showed excitement. Xiao Fan said, Director Jiang, the situation has changed and there will be more and more problems. Your current strength is not enough. I can let some of you go to another world. You have good talents. It won't take long for your strength to improve a lot. It was not easy for a warrior like Jiang Wanchen to go there before. Now the situation has changed. The spirit caves in Leishan County have reached SS level, and it is not difficult for grandmasters to come and go. Xiao Fan, is it too much trouble for you? Jiang Wanchen said. He knew that the more powerful you are, the harder it is to teleport, so although he had such an idea, he never mentioned it to Xiao Fan. Xiao Fan said, Director Jiang, you are not strong, and I need to handle all kinds of things. This is very troublesome for me. Haha, the more capable you are, the more work you should do. Jiang Wanchen laughed. Xiao Fan said, Director Jiang, in addition to you, the 9th Security Bureau will pick a few more people, and I will arrange for you to practice in the other world for some time. Your cultivation should be able to reach the level of martial arts master by then, and your combat power may reach the level of great martial arts master by then. Jiang Wanchen showed joy in his eyes. Xiao Fan, thank you. Jiang Wanchen said solemnly. Xiao Fan said, Director Jiang, the people you choose must be very loyal to the country. Loyalty comes first, talent comes second. If someone deliberately grabs the quota and is found to have problems in the other world, they may die there directly. Jiang Wanchen hurriedly said, Xiao Fan, I will make this clear to them. Don't worry, that will never happen. A powerful monster appeared in the Han's Empire. Do you know about this? What do you think the strength of that bloodthirsty demon wolf is? Xiao Fan said solemnly, it should be at the peak of the martial king or the perfect martial king. The strength of the monster is basically consistent with its cultivation. If human cultivators do not have powerful combat skills or treasures, their strength is often lower than that of monsters of the same level, otherwise they may exceed the same level. Xiao Fan's strength is much higher than that of monsters of the same level, but he is only at the peak of the master now, and his supernatural power is only at the level of the great martial master. Hiss! Jiang Wanchen took a breath of cold air on the other end of the phone. The peak of the martial king or the perfect martial king, such a monster is too strong. The 2 black flame demon lions that appeared in Australia were only at the early stage of the martial king, and their strength was much weaker than that bloodthirsty demon wolf. Xiao Fan, can you beat that bloodthirsty demon wolf? Jiang Wanchen asked. Xiao Fan said, my strength is stronger than that of the black flame demon lion, probably at the middle stage of the martial king, and I can only run away if I encounter that bloodthirsty demon wolf. If he encounters that bloodthirsty demon wolf, Xiao Fan is absolutely confident that he can run away. With the space ability, he is best at running away. It seems that the Han's Empire will suffer. Since your strength is weaker, don't go there to take risks. To fight against the United States, we need to win over the Han's Empire, but we should not indulge them if the Han's Empire has not performed well recently. Jiang Wanchen said. After chatting for a few more words, the call ended. Australia bombed the Spirit Cave, and Jiang Wanchen has a lot of things to do now. In Europe, the Han's Empire's 11 or 12 meter long bloodthirsty demon wolf arrived in a town. This town is very wealthy, with many high-end villas. My God, what is this thing? Is this a wolf? It looks so scary. Many people saw the huge bloodthirsty wolf. The bloodthirsty wolf was 11 or 12 meters long and 7 or 8 meters tall. It was taller than many villas here. The bloodthirsty wolf looked a bit like a wolf, but it looked much scarier than a wolf. Its 2 eyes were full of terrifying ferocity. Bang! Someone couldn't help but shoot. The Han's Empire did not ban guns. There were more than 8 million people in the country who owned guns. On average, 1 in 10 Han's Empire people had a gun. Dang! The bullet hit the head of the bloodthirsty wolf and bounced off directly. Roar! The bloodthirsty wolf was enraged and roared angrily. The residents within a radius of 100 meters instantly bled from all 7 orifices. And it was not just a little bit. A large amount of blood flowed out crazily. In just a few seconds, all the blood in the bodies of the residents around the bloodthirsty wolf was gone. They became mummies. All the blood turned into blood mist and entered the bloodthirsty wolf. The bloodthirsty wolf stepped forward, and the affected area became larger and larger. Before long, the whole town became dead silent. A whoa! The bloodthirsty demon wolf howled to the sky. It moved forward quickly. There was a large city 20 kilometers ahead of it, with a population of 400,000 to 500,000. Fuck, what is that? What's running so fast? Wife, why are you bleeding? I'm bleeding too. The bloodthirsty demon wolf quickly reached the highway. It did not move forward very quickly. Blood flowed out of many people's bodies along the way, and all this blood entered the bloodthirsty demon wolf's body. The energy contained in the blood of ordinary people is small. With the strength of this bloodthirsty demon wolf, it can devour and digest the blood of 1,000 or 2,000 people every day. Bang! Bang! Many people in the Han's Empire drove very fast. As the bloodthirsty demon wolf moved forward, car accidents occurred everywhere along the way. 3 fighters flew over at high speed at this time. Prepare to attack. Soon the pilots received the order. The 3 fighters each dropped 2 missiles, and 6 missiles rushed towards the bloodthirsty demon wolf that was constantly moving on the highway. Boom! Soon the missiles exploded. However, the missiles did not hit the bloodthirsty demon wolf. This bloodthirsty demon wolf was at the peak of the martial emperor level, not far from the perfect martial emperor level. Its speed was much faster than the previous black flame demon lion. It was difficult for ordinary missiles to hit it. The highway was blown to pieces by the missile bombardment. Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 468 Jiang Wanchen and others go to another world. The king of Han's empire and others watched the video, and their faces were not very good. I'm afraid this guy's strength will not be weaker than the magic lion that appeared in Australia. The strength of wolves on our earth is weaker than lions, but this magic wolf is larger in size, and it is very likely that it is stronger. Some high-level people in Han's empire discussed. You should contact China immediately and ask Xiao Fan from China to come and help us deal with this magic wolf. Leohard, king of Han's empire, said in a deep voice. Your Majesty, our people went to China a few days ago and made some hostile remarks. I'm afraid that China will not like us now. Someone next to Leohard said helplessly. Lower your attitude a little. As long as we lower our attitude a little, China will often give us great convenience. Hurry up and contact. Leohard said in a deep voice. Soon the bloodthirsty magic wolf on the highway will arrive in the city. There are hundreds of thousands of people in the city. How many people will die by then? Yes. Immediately, the Foreign Affairs Department of Han's empire began to contact China. 5 minutes later, they got the result. Your Majesty, the Chinese side said that the monster that appeared was a bloodthirsty demon wolf, and its cultivation reached the peak level of the martial king. Xiao Fan's strength is not that strong. The Chinese side expressed regret for the appearance of such a monster in our country. After listening to the report, Leohard's face turned ugly. The monster that appeared in Australia was only at the early stage of the martial king. The strength of this bloodthirsty demon wolf was so strong. What should they do? Contact the United States to see if they have any solution. Leohard took a deep breath and said. Yes. Soon their people contacted the United States. The United States couldn't solve the monster of the early stage of the martial king in Australia. Now this bloodthirsty demon wolf is even stronger, and they have no way to solve it. Your Majesty, it is not afraid of cars. Maybe we can use a car loaded with a large amount of explosives to approach and detonate it to kill it. A military leader suggested. Leohard said in a deep voice, then make arrangements quickly and prepare a few more cars. We must solve it in the first operation. Yes. The military acted quickly. The bloodthirsty demon wolf continued to devour blood along the way. It was not moving very fast. The vehicles were ready before it entered the city. There were a lot of explosives in the 2 large trucks. There happened to be a military base near the city. The 2 large trucks moved side by side, and they were getting closer and closer to the bloodthirsty demon wolf. The drivers in the trucks showed a resolute look in their eyes. They were all in the late stage of cancer and were not far away. They could make a lot of money by carrying out this mission. The money was enough for their families to live a good life. 500 meters, 400 meters, 300 meters. The distance was getting closer and closer, and the drivers in the two trucks looked a little nervous. The bloodthirsty demon wolf looked at the trucks that were getting closer and closer. It could hear the breathing of the two drivers and the sound of their heartbeats. The breathing and heartbeats of the two drivers were obviously different from those of others. Immediately, the bloodthirsty demon wolf released its spiritual consciousness. Even though its spiritual consciousness was far less powerful than that of the soul-type monsters of the same level, as a Martial King-level monster, its spiritual consciousness could cover hundreds of meters without any problem. Immediately, the bloodthirsty demon wolf noticed something was wrong. The cargo in the trucks was the same as the explosives in the missiles that attacked it, and the amount of explosives was dozens or hundreds of times greater. Boom. The bloodthirsty demon wolf retreated at a high speed. It stepped out two large pits on the ground. With the cultivation of the peak of the Martial King, its speed was extremely fast. In the blink of an eye, it was 200 meters away, and the distance from the trucks was 300 meters. Boom. Boom. The two trucks were detonated at the same time. Dozens of tons of explosives exploded instantly, and a huge mushroom cloud rose into the sky. 300 meters away, the bloodthirsty demon wolf's body was blown away. The explosion power of so many explosives is too strong. However, the bloodthirsty wolf has been alert, and the distance is 300 meters, so the explosion only caused it a slight injury. Roar. The bloodthirsty wolf roared loudly. It was shocked and angry. If it had not escaped carelessly, it would have been blown to pieces by such a strong explosion in the center of the explosion. What's going on? Leonhard looked grim. An SS-level guard next to him said, "Your Majesty, it is very strong, has a strong intuition, and is also very vigilant. It's difficult to kill it with a sneak attack like this." Leonhard frowned. This time, the monster was not killed. If you want to kill it with the same method in the future, the possibility will definitely be reduced a lot. I don't care what method your military uses, it must die. Leonhard said in a deep voice. Yes, Your Majesty. Several military leaders next to him said in unison. They were all helpless. Even if the sneak attack was unsuccessful, how could it be easy to kill the bloodthirsty wolf? Roar. The bloodthirsty wolf moved forward quickly. Soon it was in the city. Ah. Run, run. Many people in the city were fleeing. The bloodthirsty demon wolf came at high speed, and many people on the street screamed in fear. A blood mist was released from the bloodthirsty demon wolf. The blood mist formed blood snakes, which quickly passed through the bodies of many people, killing them in a very short time. This bloodthirsty demon wolf can devour blood and use blood energy to attack. Those blood snakes will damage the blood vessels and nerves of the human body. The bloodthirsty demon wolf swallows blood and kills people very quickly, but it is more than 10 times faster to use blood energy to attack and kill people. In just a few seconds, hundreds of people died on the street where the bloodthirsty demon wolf was. This bloodthirsty demon wolf is much more terrifying than those two black flame demon lions. The black flame demon lion destroyed a lot of buildings and killed a lot of people, but it also consumed a lot of energy. The bloodthirsty demon wolf must consume less energy to kill people. Where is Xiao Fan? Why hasn't Xiao Fan from China come out yet? There are many cameras in the city, and related videos quickly spread on the internet. Countless people talked about it. Hubby, many people on the internet in Western countries have come out to morally blackmail you and ask you to kill the demon wolf. Suya Wei showed Xiao Fan some comments on the internet. Xiao Fan said calmly, "That's their routine operation. Even if we help them, they won't be grateful to us. In their hearts, they look down on us Chinese." Suya Wei nodded. She has seen many things clearly on the internet. Wei, go to the other world again. The monsters that appear on Earth are getting stronger and stronger, and your current strength is still a little weak. The Spirit Cave in Leishan County is now SS level. You can be safely teleported back with your martial arts level. Suya Wei said, "In the case of the Han's Empire, there are many disturbances on the internet. I'd better not go there for the time being. Let Director Jiang and the others teleport first, and I will teleport next time." Xiao Fan chuckled and said, "You should be able to teleport with them." Let those people on the internet quarrel as much as they want. In a blink of an eye, it was late at night. Jiang Wanchen and 6 other people arrived at Xiao Fan's villa. They all closed their eyes, and covered their eyes with black cloth. Wei, you teleport first. Xiao Fan quickly asked Su Wei to teleport over. Then Jiang Wanchen and the others teleported over one by one. The Leishan County Spirit Cave had reached the SS level, and teleportation became easier. Midline Horizontal Ellipsis Chapter 469 I am a descendant of Yan and Huang. Su Wei and Jiang Wanchen were teleported over, and Xiao Hai still had a lot of energy left. Xiao Fan also sent many things from the warehouse over. These included cluster bombs, thermite incendiary bombs, and thermobaric bombs. The Dragon Empire already had a CL-20 explosives manufacturing factory, but it could only produce ordinary bombs, such as mines and mortar shells. My dear grandson, I will contact you in 5 days. It's still the spirit cave. Xiao Hai said and disappeared. A few hours later, Xiao Hai and some other strong men returned to the capital of the gods, and immediately a palace eunuch came to him. Your Majesty, there is an envoy from another world asking to see you. The other party claims to have something extremely important to see your Majesty. The palace eunuch said respectfully. Xiao Hai showed surprise in his eyes, an envoy from another world. I will see him in the imperial study. Xiao Hai thought for a while and said. 10 minutes later, Xiao Hai saw a middle-aged white man in the imperial study. This white man is a B-level evolver. Your Majesty, the Emperor of the Dragon Empire, I am Thomas, the envoy of the United States in the other world. I send my regards to you on behalf of our Commander-in-Chief. The middle-aged white man bowed and saluted. He spoke in English. It was easy for the strong people in the other world to learn a language. He knew that Xiao Hai would definitely understand English. How dare you not kneel when you see His Majesty? The palace eunuch next to him said sternly. Thomas said more firmly, Your Majesty, the Emperor of the Dragon Empire, our United States is the most powerful country in the other world, and it is invincible on the earth. Xiao Hai said in Chinese, if you don't kneel, drag him out and chop him off. Yes, Your Majesty. The palace eunuch next to him said hurriedly. Thomas knelt down immediately. What face or not, he didn't care so much at this moment. The Emperor's words were golden, and he knew that if he didn't kneel, he would really die. Your Majesty, the Emperor of the Dragon Empire, I came here on behalf of the United States. I have something important to discuss with you. We can cooperate with you in the United States. Thomas said. He also switched to Chinese. Xiao Hai raised his eyebrows. Thomas, you should know that I am now cooperating with China, and you, the United States and China, are rivals. Thomas said proudly, Your Majesty the Dragon Emperor, our United States is the strongest, we have the strongest navy and air force. We have 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, and China's third one has just been launched, and they are not nuclear-powered. Our strength is decades ahead of China. Xiao Hai narrowed his eyes slightly. Isn't your United States in contact with the Vulture Empire? Where are you from? Does the Vulture Empire know that you are here? Thomas said, I was teleported from the Spirit Cave in Australia. The Vulture Empire doesn't know. He did not have a strong person to take care of him when he crossed over, but he was a B-level evolver and had the ability to recover, so he could adapt to the environment here. Xiao Hai said in a deep voice, the Vulture Empire is the rival of our Dragon Empire. You are in contact with both the Vulture Empire and me. Thomas said, Your Majesty the Dragon Emperor, both the Dragon Empire and the Vulture Empire are very powerful countries. We in the United States are willing to cooperate with them. Xiao Hai said in a calm voice, Why should I cooperate with you? At present, I am very happy to cooperate with Xiao Fan and China. Thomas coughed lightly, Your Majesty the Dragon, can I stand up and talk? Stand up. Xiao Hai said indifferently. Thomas secretly breathed a sigh of relief. He stood up and said, Your Majesty the Dragon, as far as I know, the strength of the Vulture Empire's navy is much stronger than your Dragon Empire. Moreover, the Vulture Empire has many allies in your world. If they act together, you will not be their match. If the Dragon Empire's navy is completely annihilated, you can only passively defend, and the ending will not be a good one. Xiao Hai looked at Thomas calmly. Thomas continued, China's strength is far inferior to that of the United States. If a war breaks out, it is only a matter of time before China loses. What will the Dragon Empire do then? It's different if we cooperate with the United States. With our support, your Dragon Empire can rise peacefully without war. We in the United States are very happy to see the Dragon Empire and the Vulture Empire coexist. It is not the best result for the Vulture Empire to be strong alone. Xiao Hai said in a deep voice, "Go on." Thomas was greatly encouraged. He said, "If you continue to cooperate with China, it is only a matter of time before you go to war with the Vulture Empire. If a war breaks out, many people will die. As far as I know, you are very sympathetic to the people. Who can you cooperate with? What the people of the Dragon Empire need now is peace." Xiao Hai nodded slightly. "What you said makes sense." Thomas said, "Your Majesty the Dragon, this is in the best interests of our United States and your Dragon Empire. War and peace, you should make the right choice." Thomas was still confident in persuading Xiao Hai. In his opinion, who can Xiao Hai cooperate with is not cooperation. Xiao Hai said calmly, "I can get a lot of resources from the other world. If I cooperate with you, I have to tell you the secrets." Thomas said, "Your Majesty Shenlong, you don't have to tell me in the short term, because the strength of the Shenlong Empire is weaker. When the Shenlong Empire's navy is strengthened, you have to tell me, otherwise the Vulture Empire will definitely have opinions." Xiao Hai said with a smile, "What if I don't tell you then?" Thomas said in a deep voice, "Your Majesty Shenlong, if this happens, you and the Vulture Empire are likely to go to war. If you want peace, it's unwise to do so. And we probably already know why you can teleport in large quantities." Xiao Hai raised his eyebrows. "Tell me about it." Thomas said, "According to the intelligence of the Vulture Empire, you have a powerful space treasure, which should be the Kongming Mirror. Is this mirror a holy artifact?" Xiao Hai was not too surprised. There must be many people in the Vulture Empire who are secretly investigating, and there must be some people in other countries who are secretly investigating. It is entirely possible for them to find out. But there is another important reason why he can teleport in large quantities, that is, the blood connection with Xiao Fan. Without this, he can't teleport. Your Majesty, the Kongming Mirror is a very powerful holy artifact, but your world does not only have the Kongming Mirror. It is only a matter of time before the Vulture Empire develops a large number of teleportation methods. Only by cooperating with us in the United States can you avoid future risks." Thomas said seriously. Xiao Hai said, "How many of you came?" "Only me." Thomas said. "He has a strong recovery ability, so he is sure to survive here. You retreat first." Xiao Hai looked at the eunuch next to him and said, "Yes, Your Majesty." The two eunuchs quickly retreated outside. Xiao Hai's imperial study was arranged with a formation, and no sound from inside could be heard from outside. "Thomas, you said it very well. But I am Chinese, I am a descendant of Yan and Huang." Xiao Hai stood up and said proudly. "What?" Thomas looked at Xiao Hai blankly. Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 470 Moral kidnapping. Backlash. Thomas was stunned. He never expected that Xiao Hai was actually a Chinese. Xiao Hai is the emperor of the other world. How is this possible? As far as Thomas knows, Xiao Hai has been in the other world for more than 10 years. China is good at planning, but this is too long ago, right? China has been in contact with the other world 10 years ago. I came to the other world a long time ago. My Chinese name is Xiao Hai. Have you thought of anything? Xiao Hai said with a smile. Thomas took a breath and said, Xiao Fan's grandfather is Xiao Hai. You disappeared and traveled to this world. Thomas's face turned pale. He knew that he knew such a secret. Xiao Hai would never let him leave alive. He was afraid that he would not live for a few minutes. Xiao Hai, since you are a Chinese and Xiao Fan's grandfather, it seems that my persuading you to cooperate with the United States is just a joke. Thomas said with an ugly face. Xiao Hai smiled lightly and said, Thomas, do you have any last words? Thomas's mouth twitched. Can I still live? I know a lot of intelligence about the United States. Can I tell you that so that I can live? I will be loyal to you in the future. Thomas said. He was able to become an evolver and was loyal to the country, but in the face of death, his loyalty was far from enough. Are you loyal to me? Thomas nodded repeatedly. Yes, I will tell you everything I know, and I can also cooperate with you to do other things. Xiao Hai said, then tell me. Let me see how many secrets you have come into contact with. If you have come into contact with fewer secrets, it means that your level is not enough and you are useless. Thomas quickly told everything he knew. Your Majesty the Dragon, I told you everything I know. I will definitely be loyal in the future. Thomas said hurriedly. Xiao Hai said lightly, the secrets you know are not very good, and I can't let anyone know what you just knew. Kill. Thomas knew that he was going to die, and he rushed to Xiao Hai. Bang. Xiao Hai punched Thomas's chest heavily, and Thomas's body was smashed away, and several of his ribs were broken. One of them pierced into his heart. Thomas and Xiao Hai are now both suppressed in strength, but Xiao Hai is a half-step martial saint, and his suppressed strength is much stronger than Thomas. Thomas looked at Xiao Hai unwillingly. He didn't want to die, but his heart was damaged, and he couldn't live. Soon Thomas died. His eyes were wide open and he died with his eyes open. Before crossing, many people in the United States had discussed with him, and he himself felt that the chances of success were not small. He never expected this result. Xiao Hai turned out to be Xiao Fan's grandfather. Even if he talked about it in a fancy way, it was useless. Come on, take his body away. Xiao Hai opened the door and ordered. Yes, Your Majesty. Ding dong. It was morning in China, and the doorbell of Xiao Fan's villa rang. Su Yue left, and Xiao Fan had just eaten some breakfast. His consciousness went outside. Many people came outside the iron gate of the villa, including many media reporters. Humph. Xiao Fan snorted coldly. The people who came over were led by the Han's Empire ambassador. There were dozens of media reporters, most of whom were from Western media. Dear audience, we are now outside the villa of King Xiaowu. Together with the Han's Empire ambassador, we ask King Xiaowu to help. The Han's Empire suffered heavy casualties. China has always proposed a community with a shared future for mankind. I believe King Xiaowu will definitely help. Let's wait and see whether China is a responsible power. Many media reporters spoke up. They have already started a live broadcast, and many people around the world can now watch it. More than 5,000 people died in the Han's Empire yesterday. The enraged, bloodthirsty demon wolf is terrible. If it hadn't been vigilant and didn't want to consume too much power, more people would have died yesterday. Isn't this trying to morally kidnap King Xiaowu? Not only is it morally kidnapping King Xiaowu, they are also morally kidnapping our China. The monster is so powerful that King Xiaowu should not be able to beat it. Given the morality of the Han's Empire, why would King Xiaowu take action? Countless people on the Chinese internet were discussing it. Click. Xiaofan opened the door and went outside. Soon he reached the big iron gate of the villa, but he didn't open it. Quiet. Xiaofan said in a calm voice. His voice was not loud, but it sounded like thunder to the ears of the people outside the iron gate, and many of them were shocked. Everyone, my strength has improved rapidly thanks to the help of the Dragon Empire from another world. Currently, the Dragon Empire is at war with the Blood Cherry Empire, and the Vulture Empire has provided more than 100 warships to the Blood Cherry Empire. The Vulture Empire and the United States are allies, and the United States and the Han's Empire are also allies. What do you mean by coming to me? Xiao Fan frowned. A reporter rushed to say, King Xiaowu, the people are innocent. Can you bear to watch so many innocent people die? Xiao Fan shook his head, of course not. Let's put it this way. As long as the Han's Empire agrees to withdraw from the Northern Alliance and declares that it will never join the Northern Alliance again, I will go over to help. My strength is much weaker than that monster, but as long as the Han's Empire withdraws from the Northern Alliance, I will go over there at the risk of my life. The ambassador of the Han's Empire frowned secretly. He brought these people here to kidnap Xiao Fan morally, but he didn't expect Xiao Fan to turn the tables and pull back the moral stick. Their Han's Empire is an important member of the Northern Alliance. Withdrawing from the Northern Alliance will have a great impact on them. How can they withdraw easily? Xiao Fan said, I know it's not easy for the Han's Empire to withdraw from the Northern Alliance. The United States will oppose it. You should discuss it with the United States. After all, it is related to the life and death of many people. I believe that you, the Han's Empire and the United States, will definitely make the right decision. Some of the reporters who came over were from the United States. They frowned secretly. Xiaofan actually dragged them to the United States. If the Han's Empire did not withdraw from the Northern Alliance, the United States would also have to take a moral stick. Everyone, I am now at a critical moment of cultivation. This is very important for defeating the monsters. I hope you don't disturb me anymore. Xiaofan said and turned back to the villa. Haha, I laughed to death. King Xiaowu knows moral kidnapping. Let's see what the Han's Empire will do now. Withdrawing from the Northern Alliance will damage national interests. If you don't withdraw from the Northern Alliance, many people will die. The Han's Empire will have a headache now. Countless people on the Chinese internet talked about it. This moral stick was pulled back, and the heads of the Han's Empire and the United States must be buzzing. This is not easy to deal with. Damn bastard. Leohard, the leader of the Han's Empire, cursed in his heart after watching the live broadcast. Originally, many reporters went to Xiaofan, and the pressure was on Xiaofan. Xiaofan's remarks transferred the huge pressure to him. It is impossible for them to withdraw from the Northern Alliance after thousands of people died, but the monster will continue to kill people if it is not solved. The pressure of domestic public opinion will become greater and greater. I don't care what method you use, you must solve the monster tonight, otherwise it will definitely continue to kill people tomorrow. Leohard said in a deep voice, contact the United States and ask them to support us, otherwise we can only consider withdrawing from the alliance. Midline horizontal ellipsis.